Welcome. In today's video, we are talking about how to reverse engineer your 3D so the reality literally bends to your will. So how do we do that? Let me just start by saying that what you perceive with your senses is not real. Reality is not real. And I know you might think I'm crazy, but hear me out. What you see, what you perceive with your senses is literally a mirror. It's a reflection of you. In fact, it's a reflection of your old self. It's a reflection of your old identity who created the experience by the way you are thinking, feeling, and as a result of that, acting. Literally, what I just said is identity, self-concept, if you will, that is creating specific frequency, and this specific frequency is shifting, and this specific frequency is shaping your reality. Therefore, you don't ever manifest based on what you want. You can wish, you can dream, but if you don't embody that specific frequency, it's very hard for you to manifest that outcome in 3D reality. So we are going to start reverse engineering 3D by realizing that what you see outside, all the 3D circumstances, they don't matter. Why? Because what is important is the frequency you embody in this moment. And the frequency you embody in this moment is tied to that specific identity that you embody this moment. And so if you want to change outside, stop wasting time changing things, chasing things, manipulating things, controlling the reality. Instead, understand that the law of mirror is actually the key. Once I understood the law of mirror, how it works, the mirror principle, if you will, I stopped wasting my energy and I stopped wasting my life going outside and chase love and money and freedom and abundance and wealth and success and clients and opportunities. And I, instead of that, turn inward and realize that if I want to change something outside, I better start changing me first. Now, you probably already know this. You probably already understand that you have to change first in order to change outside reality. Well, why is the change not happening? Why is the change not visible in 3D, right? You're probably doing all the work, you are manifesting, and yet you don't see it outside. It comes down to embodiment of that specific frequency, embodiment of the new you. Oftentimes, when we are shifting to the new reality, we are in between two identities. And people don't talk about it. It is not so simple to jump from one identity to another, especially if you have ego in between who is trying to hold on to that old identity. I remember when I was shifting from being an attorney, successful attorney, I created this identity of very successful attorney, and suddenly I was shifting into becoming mentor and coach and empowering women with all the wisdom and knowledge and expertise that I acquired over the years as an entrepreneur. It was so hard because I could not actually embody that new identity. And so I was in between. And when you are in that in-between state, it is actually state that requires patience. So give yourself space. Give yourself patience. Because as you gently love yourself in this stage, then you literally remove that resistance. And as you remove that resistance that is actually blocking you, which is actually the fear, right? You are afraid to become that new elevated version of you. As you remove that resistance, you can move to the new you. So if you are right now not seeing the outcome in 3D, and yet you are working so hard, stop working so hard. Stop forcing things. Get into flow state. How do we get into flow state? We relax. We just relax. We just accept what is. Yes, I am in between. Yes, I am shifting. Yes, I have not yet embodied my new self, and that's okay. As you embody this new version of you by accepting where you are, you will then be able to move and start taking action from this new you. As you start is you start taking action from this new you. I call it align action, that is literally going to solidify the 3D. So it comes down to understanding that what you see doesn't matter. Who cares what is? You can change it. Then you become empowered because you know that you can change that and you are constantly shifting. And if you don't see it yet in the 3D, be patient. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes we don't know why it's going to take certain amount of time. This is the period when things are going and moving behind the scenes, even though you're not seeing it. So I want you to trust, cultivate the trust and faith. In fact, cultivate that certainty, that knowing. It's almost like this, like, you know it's happening, you don't see it yet, and you're surprised. I bet it's coming. I know it's coming. Interesting, I don't see it yet. Because when you are in that certainty that you know it's coming, and it's definitely happening, it's almost like you don't really care if it's there or not, because you are already feeling it. And this is the key. Feeling is the secret. In that embodiment process, the feeling is the key, because if you are already feeling like her, guess what? You don't really care if it's there, because it comes down to the feeling. Frequency is connected to your heart, and that is the feeling that you need to cultivate before it's being manifested in 3D. If you want to manifest more love, you have to cultivate love, self-love. If you want to manifest more money, more freedom, you have to cultivate the feeling of abundance now, not when you have 100K in your bank account or 500,000 or 1,000,000 or whatever. Right now. So the question is, how can I cultivate that feeling of having it in this moment? Sometimes it's easy. With certain things, it's easy. And when it gets hard, I want you to practice. I want you to practice little things, little steps you can take every day. You can go to beautiful 5-star hotel for coffee or lunch and feel like a rich person. You can do something nice for yourself. Act of self-love is going to literally bring up the feeling of love. You can adopt a puppy in order to feel love. Whatever helps you literally get to that feeling right now by taking specific action in 3D, do that. That's going to help you to literally feel it and embody it. Embodiment is the key. If you enjoyed this video, I want to invite you. There is a new masterclass called Soft Power that is teaching how you can activate magnetism in your life, and that is going to help you manifest love, abundance, wealth, all of it with ease, because the soft power is within you. This is not about trying harder or working harder. Even though you are manifesting and doing all the technique, this is about surrendering to that version of you who is already living it. And that is, my dear, how you're going to reverse engineer your 3D, and that 3D reality literally will bend to your will. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.